All, let me introduce our guest speaker, eminent speaker of today's session, Dr. Ravindra Kumar Pradhan, holds a PhD degree in social and organizational psychology from the Center of Advanced Study PG Department of Psychology, Utkal University, Odisha. Dr. Pradhan worked as a scientist at DIPR DRDO, Delhi from 2002 to 2007. He joined as assistant professor at IIT Kharagpur in 2007 October. Since 2013, he is working as associate professor at IIT Kharagpur. He teaches organizational behavior, positive psychology, international HRM, and emotional intelligence at work, business ethics, personal growth lab, HRD lab, and psychological testing and measurement at IIT Kharagpur. Dr. Pradhan has taught at IIM Indore and IIM Kozhikode as guest faculty and adjunct faculty respectively. His current research and training interests include leadership and teamwork, psychological capital, emotional intelligence, emotional labor, workplace spirituality and human resource effectiveness, HR flexibility and employee empowerment, organizational resilience, health and well-being, employee performance and competence building, attitude change and development, personality development, managerial effectiveness, stress management, conflict management, emotional intelligence, and interpersonal skills. He has trained thousands of executives from different levels in different organizations such as in Indian Army, Navy, and Air Force personnel. Teachers from schools and faculties and from colleges, institutes, and universities, managers from industry, and professionals from NGO and other service sectors in the above mentioned areas. Dr. Pradhan has completed 21 major research projects sponsored by various agencies of Government of India and other international agencies. 12 PhD research theses and more than 35 at master level dissertation have been awarded under the supervision of Dr. Pradhan. He has published 5 books, 25 chapters, and more than 80 research papers in peer-reviewed journals of international repute. Many of his research works have been published in journals and books of Routledge, Emerald, InterScience, Sage, Springer, Taylor and Francis, CRC Press, Apple Academic Press, Lambert, and Person Education Publishers, etc. Currently is actively involved in multidisciplinary research on the issues related to psychology and human resource effectiveness. Sir, this is a great profile that I have been reading and sharing with all the participants. Welcome you again, sir. Thank you so much. Please take on your session, please.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for the nice introduction. I'm very happy to be part of this faculty development programs. The topic has been, allotted to me is very interesting and very pertinent. And it's a classic topic, or you can say evergreen topic for all times. As we all know that communication is very important for all of us, not only for personal, also for professional effectiveness. So there are around 36 participants, I think. All are there, or somebody has to join?
They will be yet to meet, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So how many are there?
120 participants will be always joining.
Oh, yes, 130.
Yes, sir. Around 120.
So I mean around 100 people are yet to join.
Yes, sir.
So should we wait for some time or should we continue?
No, sir, let us continue. No issues.
Right. Right. So before I enter into the topic, I would like to ask a very basic questions. Let's begin with the basics of communications. Then we'll enter into interpersonal communications and we'll deliberate on what are the critical components and that are required to remain effective in our communication processes. Yeah, can anybody tell, as a layman, what do you people, how do you define communications in general and interpersonal communications in particular? Any one of you, please? You can raise your hand so that one by one we can. Yeah, Dr. Rumade, yeah, you can go ahead.
Since you were asking from a layman's side, so according to me, communication means the pattern in which we present ourselves to others, in front of others.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I say, sir?
Yes, please go ahead. Yeah.
Communication is it's a sharing. It's a sharing of information,
Wonderful.
knowledge, know-how, and it's a normally we expect that it will be a two-way response. I mean, one would be a listener and one would be a speaker.
Yeah.
And the more you listen carefully, the more you have an active listening capacity, the conversation or the communication becomes much more effective.
Wonderful. Very good. Very good. Anybody else?
Can I add something?
Yeah, please go ahead.
As communication is basically speaking in a language that other can understand and respond it. Otherwise, it will be a futile exercise, sir.
Wonderful. So understanding others, understanding is very important. What you are communicating, that's very, very basics of any kind of communications. Basically, two persons involved, sender and receivers, and what is communicated is called the message. So the sender sends some message and the receiver outside receives. So what makes the communication process effective, and why we talk about effective communications? Is there something like ineffective communication also?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it is there.
Yes, it is there.
What is the difference between effective communication and ineffective communication?
Sir, ineffective communication is where whatever we are trying to tell to make him understand, he perceives it in a different fashion. If the perception is wrong, then it is an ineffective communication. The objective cannot be achieved.
Right. So what is the objective of communication?
Whatever we are trying to tell him, he should understand and respond in the same fashion which we are expecting. Otherwise, the communication will go somewhere else.
Okay. So taking clue from you all, so somebody said it's information sharing, somebody said knowledge sharing, and now Dr. Subramaniam saying other parties should, or the receiver should understand clearly. Right. Any other objective of communications or purpose of communications?
Hello, sir. In
Can I,
technical,
sir?
you can say
Unambiguous.
Ranjit, yeah, Mr. Ranjit, please. Let us go one way.
It is all about understanding the emotion and intentions.
Emotion and intention, wonderful. That's a very new dimension to it, yeah. Understanding the emotion and intentions, right.
Sir, may I answer?
Yes, please go ahead.
Sir, good morning. I would like to answer this question. Speaking right thing, right place, right time by understanding other person's perspective is effective communication. Right thing, right place, right time by understanding other person.
Good, good. Very, very technical. Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Right in the right context,
Okay.
right persons. Wonderful. Yeah.
So may
So
I,
what-
sir? May I?
Yeah, Mr. Arun. Yeah, Arun Prasad. Saying something.
Yes. The communication is we are expressing our feelings. Normally, we are mainly using for feelings and emotions. So in technical, we're saying that there is an encoder and decoder. So the message, it may be verbal or non-verbal. But what we need now, feedback. So through the response only, that entire communication will be complete. So these are the four
Right.
basic.
We'll go to
elements
later
for-
on part, like you said. Yeah, there are
Okay.
different types of communication. We'll talk about that. Like you said, verbal, non-verbal. Some people say technical, non-technical. Some people say personal, interpersonal. And then organizational communications are different. Business communications are different. So there are various kinds of communications. But here in this session, we'll just touch upon the basics of communications. Then we'll move to interpersonal communications. Right, yeah. Anybody else want to say something? Mr. Pravin, want to say something? Pravin Sharma? Or anybody else? Yeah, anybody else?
So can I say, sir?
Yeah, please go ahead. Aparna
Can
madam.
we,
Yeah.
can we add the word convincing? If we are able to convince others, it is an effective communication.
Yes, exactly. That's yeah. Convince. Unless until you convince somebody, it will not be effective. Neither it will be effective, nor it will be understood by anybody else.
Yes.
So that convincing, how we can convince others
The
through our
medium should
communication?
be, the medium of communication should be clear, sir.
Medium should be clear.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
The body
How we
language
can
we use.
convince? Medium, body
Medium,
language.
the medium can
Anything
be any,
else?
the medium can be the language we are speaking to communicate others. So the words we use, that can be the medium, sir.
Okay. Words and phrases. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sir,
Anyway, yeah. Yes.
it is not only the words and phrases. I think our intonations, how we are expressing ourselves, so that conveys a lot of meaning. Our
How you
intonation,
express? Yeah. How you express?
our rising inflections and falling inflections, all
Wonderful.
these
Yeah.
are part of our expression, the way we are
Right.
expressing.
Right. Wonderful. Wonderful. How you express? What you express? When you express? That's why somebody said that expressing in the right thing in right person, the right moment. That makes your communication process very effective. Anything else? Yeah. That make your communication very convincing to other person.
Sir, may I answer?
Yeah, please.
Sir, putting ourselves into other shoes is the most important, right? Unless until though words are there, though body language is there, but unless and until we cannot put ourselves into other shoes,
Yes.
we may not understand other person's situation.
Exactly.
Because everyone has a different story, different things.
That's
right?
a good point. Yeah. That's
yes,
a very good point. We need to understand others' point of view, because many times we keep on speaking what we intend to speak, but we never keep an eye whether the other person is actually interested in you or not. So the interest of other persons in your talk, your communication process is equally important for making the entire communication process effective. Yeah, I was talking about how we can convince people. What are the modes and ways? Somebody said words, phrases, through facial expressions, through body languages. So all these
Vocabulary.
things through vocabulary, yes. Anything else? The main point behind
Sir,
it
it should be.
Yeah.
So it should be unambiguous.
It should not be ambiguous. Yes, that's a good point. Because ambiguity creates confusion. Yeah.
I think by action also.
Proper body language, proper facial expressions.
Right. Correct. Yes, all these points come to one point. It should be very logically. It should be logical, unless until the argument, the words, the phrases, the proverb, whatever we are making use of, if it is not logical, you cannot convince anybody else what you are actually trying to say. Otherwise, people will say, what Rob is talking. This is all out of context. Many times we tell others, what Rob is talking, it's all out of context. What do you mean by it, out of context?
Irrelevant to the topic.
That's not neither relevant to the topic, not contextually correct.
Not coherent also?
Not coherent also. There may be some coherence, but if it is not,
It is out of the context when we say
Yeah.
that they deviated from the actual point
Yeah.
of
So what,
communication.
right, ma'am. What I am trying to convey here, both two C's are very important, the content and the context. These two things are very, very important to make the interpersonal communications very, very effective. Somebody said the listening. So one has to be a good listener. If you are an effective communicator, what should be the characteristics of an effective communicator? Like somebody said, he should be a good listener. Anything else? In order to be an effective communicators, what should be the qualities that one should possess?
Use of body language.
To be good, yeah. To make effective use of body language, okay.
Should not have any bias or prejudice when you're talking to someone.
So they talk about the 7 C's, no? The clarity, consistency, the 7 C's, no? If you follow that, you'll be a good communicator.
Wonderful, wonderful. There are 7 C's, so many C's are there.
I know. We can also create some more C's, yeah.
Yeah. So it should have clarity.
Yeah.
It should have
Consistency, clarity, context.
It should have context.
And continuity, coherence.
Coherence.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Some people say, in terms of visual communication, so there are many types of communications. So in visual communication, visibility, the clarity, the contents are very, very important. So these are certain things that makes our communication process very, very important. As I said, that listening, one should be good listeners in order to be an effective communicators. So let's carry out a very small exercise on listening. I hope you all will find it very interesting. Right, how good you are in listening. We will have a very small exercise, but before that, just let me tell you the communication process. The exchange of thoughts, messages, and informations as by speech, signals, writing, or behavior. This is the art and technique of using words effectively to impart information or ideas. Acceptable communications differs from company to company, person to person, group to group, organization to organizations. But many aspects are universals, like clarity, like content and context. These are some of the things that remains universally applicable to make our communication process effective. So there are certain tips, many professionals, the experts, they have given many tips in their own way of understanding about the communication process. But here some are very, very, very important to look at. One is listen. When you listen to others attentively, it makes them feel good. It also makes for a deeper and more positive connections with others. So that is the very important aspects of what we call interpersonal communication process that builds a positive communications and create bonds between individuals. In turn, you form an understanding and they will listen to you when it's your turn to speak. Poor listening happens often and results in misunderstanding and miscommunications. So I would like to all of you to pay your attention on these slides. Is it visible to all of you, I hope?
Yes, sir.
Can you read it?
Visible,
Yeah,
sir.
can somebody read it out so that I'll be.
A well-liked college teacher had just completed making up the final examinations and had turned off the
Yes.
lights in the office. Just then, a tall, dark, broad figure appeared and demanded the examination. The professor opened the drawer. Everything in the drawer was picked up and the individual ran down the corridor. The dean was notified immediately.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So now the question, I hope all of you listen that one.
Huh? Billa.
Yes, sir.
I hope all of you listen that one.
Yes, sir.
So now the question is here. Please answer the following questions as true or false.
The first one is true.
No, you keep record of it, then you write in the chat box.
Okay.
Yeah, please keep record of it. So should I scroll down? Please don't write the answer right now in the box. You keep, I said you keep it to you. But still people are not listening me. I hope everyone finished up to 5.
Yes, sir, we have it.
Right. So should I move on?
Yes, sir. I have finished.
Thank you. Thank you. So now here we go from 6. Question number 6, 7, 8. To talk to Aruna and I will even assign. Yes, yes. Yeah, now I'm going down. Yeah. So I hope everyone finished till question number 10.
Yes, sir.
Right. So I'll stop sharing here.
So was it to write on the chat box or to keep it with us?
No, you keep it with us, with
Okay.
yourself. Yeah, yeah. So let's go one by one. Yeah, who would like to volunteer first to know the scoring key? Yeah, how many of you have given 1 as true? Good. Either you can, you can raise your hand, or Okay, those who have given it T, give it to 1 mark, and the rest can give it 0. So T should be given 1 mark, F should be given 0 here for the question number 1. Question number 2, 3, 4. So how many of you given F and how many of you given T?
2 and 3 is T.
2 and 3 is
T.
T and 4 is F for you. Okay, give F 0 and T 1.
Okay.
Right. All of you, this is for all of you. If you have, yeah, question number 5. If you have given T, give 1 mark. If you have given F, give 0. Number 6.
T.
If you have given F, give 0.
T.
If you have given T, give 1 mark. Number 7. If it is T for you, T means true, F means false. Number 7. If it is T for you, give 1 mark. If it is F, give 0. Number 8.
T.
If it is T, give 1 mark. If it is F, give 0. Number 9. If it is F for you, give it 0. If it is T for you, give it 1. Number 10. If it is T for you, give 1 mark. If it is F for you, give 0. Everybody finish the scoring?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now come back. There are some reverse scoring here.
Oh, what happened? Baby.
Nothing happened, madam. Yeah. Number 5. Anybody has given F? Number 5. How many of you have given it F and how many of you given T?
So I have given F, sir.
F,
Number
okay.
number 5, are you talking about, sir?
Yes, yes.
I have given F false.
F, okay, okay. Anybody given T?
5?
Number 5, I have given T, sir.
Yeah, we are talking about T. No, sorry, number 5.
Yes, I have given T, sir.
T.
Yeah, T. Yeah, how many of you given T?
I gave T.
1, 2 persons. Anybody else?
Yes, sir, I have also given T.
Okay, 3 persons. Yeah. So those who have given T, make it 0. Those who have given F, make it 1.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
So just
Sir, then I have scored 7. I have scored 7.
no, madam, just wait. We are in the middle of the scoring. So let us finish it. It would be very interesting. So
Okay.
let us finish the first part of the scoring. So now we are stuck at number 5, right? And yeah, number 6. So how many of you given it F and how many of you given it T? Yeah, Ruma madam, what is your answer to number 6?
T, sir.
T. Okay. Anybody else?
Yes, sir. Even I gave T.
Okay.
Even I gave T, sir.
No problem, sir. So we are just making exercise. Yeah. So anybody who has given T, make it 0, and those who have given F, make it 1. So please just reverse the scoring if you have given like that.
Yeah.
If it is, if you have given it T, so make it 1. So now moving on. Question number 8. How many of you given it F?
I guess.
Okay. Yeah, Bija Santi madam, what you have given? Sangeeta madam, please tell us.
True, sir.
It is true. You have given true.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Number 8. Okay. Okay. Anybody else?
True, sir.
Okay.
True, sir.
Good. Anybody else?
True, sir.
Very good.
True, sir.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Anybody else has given true?
We get
Sir,
0.
true.
Right.
True,
Wonderful.
sir.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So those who have made it true, make it 0.
It's better not to say the true then. Always we are getting 0 if we say true.
Yes, sir.
It's better not to say.
Because the correct answer is you have given true, make it 0. Right? Okay. So number 9. How many of you given true?
Now feeling scared, sir, to say.
I've given F.
I've given F. For a change, I've given F.
Nothing to it. It is all
I've
our
given
perception.
true again.
It's all our perception. And this is just a simple exercise, just to make the classroom interesting. Yeah. So those who have given it F, make it 1. Those who have given T, make it 0. Because number 9 is false. False is the correct answer. And the rest remain as it is. So now you can total it out, your score.
Sir, what was number 7? True or false?
Sorry,
What was number 7?
what you have given?
I have given false, sir.
False is the wrong answer. It is true.
Okay, okay.
So number 7 is true. So those who have given it true, give it 1 mark. If you have written F, give it 0 mark.
Sir, can you please repeat number 2?
Number 2, yes, I can repeat. Number 2, the correct answer is true. The wrong answer is false.
Thank you, sir.
So is the answer key is clear to all, or should I repeat again from top to bottom?
Yes, if you can repeat.
So okay. So final. Last time I am telling you the scoring. So yeah, question number 1. I'm just telling the correct answer. Question number 1 is true. 2 is true. 3 is true. 4 is true. So first 4 answers are true. If you have written true, give 1 mark each. Number 5, if you have written F, then give 1 mark. If you have written T, give 0. Number 6, correct answer is yes. Number 7, correct answer is true. Number 8, correct answer is F. 9 is F. 10 is true. So all correct answer carries 1 mark each. So now you can total out your answer.
7.
I got 7, sir.
7.
Very good. 7 is a good score. 7 is a good score.
7.
7.
7.
Okay. Six is okay. 7 is good. 8 is better. 9 and 10 is, yeah. 9 is far better. 10 is best. So you can put yourself in the framework of good listener on the basis of your score. Yeah, Sudipta madam saying you got 8. Yeah, you are a very good listener. So this is how, because if we are not a good listener, we will miss 50% of information in the process of communications. And that itself shows the importance or the value of listening in the process of communications. So this is just a very this was a very self-help exercise, just to give you an idea about our current status of listening.
Dukka.
Because
Also, we are bad listeners, sir, then.
Because yeah, that has a good reason also, because when you become a teacher, you become a good speaker rather than a good listener.
Very
so this is with all teachers, and that sends us message that we also equally should pay attention to the listening as well as speaking. Yeah. Thank you all. Thank you very much for doing this exercise. Now moving on to the interpersonal communications. So can anybody say something about how interpersonal communications is different from communication in general itself? How it is different from other type of communication? And why it is important in organizational conduct?
So could you just repeat the question?
I'm saying how interpersonal communication is different from general communication process.
May I, sir?
Yeah, please.
Interpersonal communication is person-to-person communication. So it is very personal.
Okay, it is person to person. Okay. Anything else? Can it be group to group also?
It can be. It can be. If the receiver is receiving, it is in a personal manner. It can be within a group also.
Good. Yeah.
Sir, it will impact your performance also if you are not a very good in our communication, especially in the organization.
What are the areas? Yeah. What are the areas that gets affected?
Yep. So the area is your personality. If you are not very good communicator, so you can reflect a very bad personality in front of others also. And when it comes to it shows a confidence that you may have a lack of confidence when you see that others are good communicator than you. So you start comparing.
Right.
And
yeah.
Yes, sir.
You are basically highlighting the personal benefits. So yeah, anything else is there beyond this? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please.
In interpersonal communication, the communicating skill of the sender is very important, as well as the mood of the receiver is also very important. And there is no hope for further explanation in interpersonal communication after the communication in terms of explanation. For explanation is not at all available in interpersonal communication. But if the sender is having a good language and a confidence to communicate it properly, that will be effective. Otherwise, there will be the chances of distortions.
Okay, nice, but can you be a little bit specific? You said it's very important. Why? My question is, that is what my question. Why you think or you feel that it is very important for organizations?
Since if the communication is not interpersonal in organization, there is the chance for rumor or grapevine.
Right. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Anything else? Yeah. Anybody else?
Hello. Sir, may I, sir?
Am I audible?
One by one. Yeah, Dr. Sangeeta has raised her hand. Please raise your hand so that I can ask one by one. Yeah, Dr. Sangeeta, you can go ahead. Yeah, Dr. Padmanabhan. No, yeah, Sangeeta Padmanabhan, please go ahead. Your voice is breaking, so you can come back again. And yeah, Isha go, sir. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I feel that if interpersonal communication is not properly exchanged in an organization, the whole effect of teamwork, which is very important, the cooperation and coordination among the team members, that will be totally hampered. So in the process, the work will be much hampered, and thereby the profit level or the progress of the organization will be in a downhill process.
Very good, very good. Yes. Interpersonal cooperation, interpersonal trust, these are areas gets affected by interpersonal communication. Yes. Anybody else want to say something?
Sir, in the organization, we have a top management, we have middle management, we have a lower management or the executive. Now, normally the strategies are made at the top management. If there is no communication, that cannot be go to the executives or the middle management.
Understood.
And that will impact the overall working culture of the organization, which will impact the efficiency of the person. The complaints will be more and the profitability will be less.
Okay. Dr. Oberoi, somebody in the name of Oberoi want to speak something? Yeah. When I talk about interpersonal communications, I look at 3 levels. Personal level, interpersonal level, or group level. The third one is organizational level. So, if you are good in your interpersonal communication, you will enhance your, presentation skills. You can present better in the face of others. So, the overall impact is on your personal effectiveness. You can project a good image to outside world, a pleasant personalities. You can create impact in the sense what you are actually trying to communicate towards others. People will like to listen you. You can convince people. You can convince group. You can convince the authority. When it comes to interpersonal process or interpersonal level, interpersonal communication facilitates the group functioning. Individual to group, group to group, and group to organizations. So, what are the group functions or the group processes that gets affected like somebody said, interpersonal cooperations or group cooperations, collaborations, conflict. If the interpersonal communications is not effective, there is likely to be confusion and leading to conflict. Many times what we have seen, that 50% of organizational work is done at interpersonal trust level. And that is established through interpersonal communication processes. You can persuade people, you can convince people. So therefore, any group goal, achievement of any kind of group, the interpersonal communications plays a very, very important role. As far as the organization is concerned, yes, when there is collaboration between one group to another group, one department to another department, interpersonal communication plays a very, very, important roles in terms of collaboration, in terms of cross-functional team, in terms of knowledge sharing, in terms of information sharing, in terms of planning and designing new product. So the entire process of innovations, creativity and innovations gets affected. So unless until there are proper information sharing or communications sharing between groups, departments, the organizational processes cannot be achieved. We have seen, while working in DRDO, I have observed it. You might have heard there are 55 laboratories functioning under DRDO. Except for development of missiles. Missile is not being developed by one laboratory. Some laboratory working some parts in Bangalore, other groups working in Hyderabad, third group working in Delhi, fourth group working in Pune, and there is a group leader who communicates, who exchanges ideas and informations and assemble at the main laboratory as the missile lab at Hyderabad. And they come up with the final product after assembling all the technologies. Then it goes to another laboratory that is called ITR, Interim Test Range at Balasore in Odisha, for final testing. And this is how the entire activity, organizational activity, is done on the basis of exchange, sharing, and assembling. These all things are done at interpersonal level. But in government organization, I have also seen that one department will not share information with other department with the fear factor that whether my ideas will be theft by somebody else. So the fear of theft of ideas sometimes creates as a barrier to interpersonal communications. And how it happens and why it happens? It only happens because of lack of interpersonal trust. And in order to build a good interpersonal trust, we have to make our interpersonal communication channels effective. Otherwise, the organizations will be full of chaos, full of misunderstandings, and full of conflicting ideas. So therefore, interpersonal communications is very, very important for organizational functioning, survival, and achieving organizational success. So let me take you another small exercise on interpersonal communication style. So this style will not tell you how good you are or how bad you are in your interpersonal style. Rather, it will tell you which interpersonal style you prefer better than the other interpersonal style. So there are different interpersonal styles available in literature. I will first give you a little bit theoretical clarifications, and then I will take you to the exercise. Yeah, there is a direct. Yeah, can everybody switch off your mic, please, at your end? It's creating noise. Everyone, please switch off your mic. Thank you very much. Yeah, there is a direct link. We have seen that there is a direct link between the quality of our communications and the quality of life. If you are not communicating well, that means there is something wrong with the entire process of our living. So therefore, interpersonal communication, the quality of our interpersonal communication sometimes determines the quality of our life. The first step towards effective communication with others is successful communication with yourself. So that is why you always emphasize, try to explore more into yourself than others. So more you invent yourself, that is only possible through self-awareness. I'm sure that many of you have done Johari window exercise. Anybody has undergone Johari window exercise in your lifetime so far?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Anybody else?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Any idea about that? Can you share something briefly? What is Johari window?
So Johari window is a that there is a certain parameter you will be judged by the others, and you have your own perception about your own personality. So certain words are given for which there is a 4 different windows are there. When out of 4 window there is certain things which is the specialty of that you can able to find your hidden talent also from this particular exercise, where you have not explored yourself, you are not aware about your strength, but other persons are quite aware about yours. So
wonderful.
that is a one of the way. It's very good work, in fact, when you work with a team.
Yeah,
and it give a very good information and impact, sir.
Very effective, very effective. In fact, I thought of doing that one also, but time does not permit us. But that's a very wonderful exercise. The beauty of the exercise is that it explores your own hidden talents, and it also gives an idea about how you can understand about others. So this exercise is very helpful to explore into self and others. So that is why this exercise is often also carried out in the context of self and personal and interpersonal communications to know about self and others. But here we'll try to explore about our interpersonal processes. The easiest person to deceive is one's own self. Intrapersonal messages reflect our physical self, emotional self, social self, self-concept. Please switch off your mic. And the kind of personal values, beliefs, and attitude we have. In short, our interpersonality. Therefore, the study of intrapersonal communications begins with knowing ourselves to interpersonal communications, knowing about others. We must either learn to live together or increase our chances of prematurely dying alone. So this is what one of the quotes I have taken from, I'm unable to quote the person's name who said that interpersonal communication is very, very important for our living, daily living. So that's why we must either learn to live together, because interpersonal communication facilitates our social living. As we all know that human beings are social animals. We cannot live in isolations. We cannot live without sharing and caring about others. This is what exactly is being done by interpersonal communication, sharing and caring. These are the 2 important aspects that is possible only through interpersonal communications. Generally, people do not react to what we say. Instead, they react to how we say. That is very important. The mode of communications sometimes is very, very important than the content of the communication process. Because if the communication mode is pleasant, even if you have less content, that will have bigger or greater impact than with a lot of content but no pleasant mode of communications. So therefore, in order to create a very pleasant impact on others, you need to understand others' comfort zone, others' standpoint or points of view. So someone has said that motivation is everything, and the only way to motivate people is to communicate with them, and it is important to talk to people in their own languages. I'm reminded of one very popular phrase that is being used by Hindi speaking people. That is, people often say that बात करने से ही बात बनती है. Can somebody throw some light on this phrase? बात करने से ही बात बनती है.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Vishal ji.
Can I try?
Yeah, I think you can. Yeah.
Okay, sir. बिकॉज अगर आपके बीच में कुछ कम्युनिकेशन गैप है, कुछ प्रॉब्लम है आपस में, और आप अगर नहीं बात कर रहे हो, तो जब बात नहीं करोगे तो किसी को पता नहीं चलेगा कि प्रॉब्लम कहाँ पे है.
Yeah.
तो टू नो द एनालाइज द प्रॉब्लम, इट्स ऑलवेज एडवाइस कि जब बात करोगे तभी पता चलेगा कि क्या हो सकता है. तो बात करने से ही बात बनती है.
Yeah, in fact, let me add few lines because we have many South Indian friends here who might not be knowing Hindi fully very well. So the phrase, I just talked about one phrase on baat karne se hi baat banti hai. So this is all about that when you start talking to people, you open up and you express what you intend to express. At the same time, you want to also try to extract from the other person's point of view. So when the gap gets minimized, that what you are saying and what you want to convey to the other persons, and what the other receiver on the other side is receiving from yourself. So when the communication gap is reduced, the effectiveness of the message is increased or enhanced. So that point of time, you are in a better positions to convince the persons. So therefore, any kind of misunderstanding can be reduced to zero. So therefore, and this is only possible through face-to-face interpersonal interactions. So that is the value of what we say interpersonal communications. So communication styles is the language that exists within all languages and show us how to use style to get others to follow us to death. Style means the way we communicate. Communication. Please switch up your mic if you have any questions. I'll get back to you. Yeah, when you talk about communication style, so it is basically the mode of somebody saying something. Can you write in the chat box? Your voice is breaking. Monjula, madam.
Kindly mute yourself.
Yeah, please mute yourself. Yeah.
Because we are in recording. Please see to that.
Yes. Yeah, many families are disturbed, somebody said, because of lack of communications. Yeah. Roll number 52, very rightly said. You have a very good observations. All sorts of this family conflict, group conflict, societal conflict, Even in national level of conflict are also due to failure of communication channels. Like, we all are now observing for last couple of days what is happening in Afghanistan. The deal that was done between Americans and the Taliban, the channels has been broken. Now the Americans saying that Taliban betrayed us. So what is betrayal? That means, what they wanted to convey to Taliban has not been received by them or manipulated by the Taliban. So many times what happens, the communication process fails if you misinterpret it, if you misunderstand it. So all these things are very, very important to make our communication process effective, understanding, and communicable. So in the rhetorical tradition, there are three kinds of interpersonal communications, like, noble type, Socratic type, and reflective type. So I'll get back to you once you people complete or carry out the test. So let me stop here and show you the exercise over here. I hope all of you are ready with pen and paper. It will take 5-10 minutes, the exercise. So,
Yes, sir.
Okay, just a minute. I think the PPT is visible to all of you.
Yes, and now it is visible, sir.
Yeah, please go through. This test is called Communication Style Profile Test. The instructions are, please read the following statements. Think of the way you actually communicate, not the way you should have communicated. 5 options are given against each statement, ranging from almost always to almost never. Put a tick mark in the appropriate box given against each item unmarked. So your time starts from now. I am showing the first 4 questions. Once you complete, I will scroll down. Please, everyone, mute your mic, please, at your end. It's creating noise.
Sir, whether there is only 4 questions?
Sorry, madam?
Sir, whether there is only 4 questions, I can see only 4 questions on my screen.
Yeah, there are 4 questions. Once you finish it, I'll scroll down.
I finished, sir. Scroll down, sir.
So we
Okay,
have
finish,
four
sir.
more things, right?
Okay, just wait, please. Okay.
Yes, sir, you can scroll down.
Yeah. Now 5 to 14.
Sir, can you
scroll up for question number 4 only.
Is it visible?
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Sir, please show me captions. Sir, show me captions once again.
Completed, sir.
Okay. Should I move down?
Yes, sir.
Totally how many questions, sir? An exam paper.
Please finish up the system, then I'll scroll down.
Details. 3. 13. I was in the report. Yes, this is 5. 4:15 at 5:3. My friend is making a mistake. I think. Yes, that I do. And journalizing all of the various aspects.
Yeah, done, sir.
Done, sir.
Done, sir.
Should I move on?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everybody finished? Okay.
Yes, sir. You move further.
Okay. Now 17 to 22.
So 15 and 16 not done, sir. 15 and 16, please.
Okay, okay. 6.
So 15, 16 done.
I'm going down. Now 17 to 23 is finished.
That's done up to 23rd.
Okay. Hope everybody finished up to 23.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
22 are doing.
Sir, will you-
I'm doing 22.
Yes.
Completed, sir.
Okay. Just wait for 1 minute. Let other finish. Then we'll go for scoring.
Done, sir.
Very good.
So that's all. Some more questions are there, sir. That's all.
Almost done.
Completed.
Sir, could you just show 19 and 20?
Okay. So please, everybody finish up to 30. Then I can come back to few
Sir,
items.
just last two questions to complete, please.
Okay. Go ahead. No problem. No problem.
Manjula madam, could you please mute yourself?
Manjula madam, please mute yourself. Manjula madam, can you hear us? I think
She is not there, I think.
she's not there, I think.
Yes, sir, completed. Thank you.
Thank you. So should I
Completed, sir.
move on to everybody finished, I think.
Yes, sir.
Okay, these are the scoring. Please note down it. So these are the items. Once you note down, then you give marks to the respective items, whatever you have given here. And then you calculate the total score dimension wise. So you have 5 minutes from now. Please complete it.
Excuse me, sir, can you please explain this a bit?
I'll explain, but you first finish it.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. First finish the scoring, then we'll discuss.
Whatever. What is it?
One not 9 marks, sir.
So I noted, sir, but how to score when I 4 means it goes with the Z. Higher the score, more it goes with the style, is it?
You are asking me or what?
Yes, sir. See, I got the scoring, how to score it, sir. Higher the score, see, wherever I give 4, 5, that means that goes with that particular style, is it? Higher the score, it goes with the style, right? How to interpret? Sir, you are able to hear me?
Excuse me, sir. Sir, am I audible to you? Excuse me, sir.
I think the resource person has some connection issue, so he's not okay. He's not here. Yeah, so we can wait.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
This can anyone guide this noble communication style was 5 points? Was it? That I'm not able to understand.
Yes, how to score is something we should ask sir, and probably he would explain it to us.
That is what, how to make the score, prepare the score. For some
Hello, madam. Hello.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
What you have to do is you have already written there. Now the questions are there. You have put it 4, 5, 3, 2, 1 marks. So question numbers, those scores which and the numbers which he has given there is your question number. So you add up those questions from those numbers. For example, number 2 is number 2. How much have you scored at the side of that question?
Okay.
What he has put there is the question number. You have to add up what your score is, and that will become your score. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Once more, ma'am, please. Once more, please.
Yeah, hi. Everyone, actually, I got disconnected.
So what is the?
Yeah, let me. Yeah, Tariq, silent, please. These are the item numbers given here. Okay. So these are question numbers that are mentioned in what you call this? In the exercise. So these are the question number, and you will get a score against each item, right? How each statement applicable to you. If you have given item number 5 as 5, then mention it as 5. There.
Sir, for example, excuse me, sir. I think sir got disconnected again. Can anybody explain me once more? Sir, is there?
Hello. No, no. Can I tell
Yes,
you?
Nirmala ma'am. Suppose I have given against question number 2, I have given 3. So what would be the? How would I? And it is yes, against question number 2, I have given 3 sometimes.
Like for example, listen. First one says you take question number 2, then you take question number 5, then you take question number 7.
Okay.
So what scores you have given for 2, 5, 7? You add that up.
Okay,
So I have given
okay.
for question number 2 5 marks, 5 points. I have put for question number 4 5 points. Then for question number 7 I put 5. Question number next question I put 4. So what I have put for the against those questions.
Okay, okay, followed.
Those points.
Okay, followed, ma'am. Thank you so much. Followed. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So, madam, we shall have 3 sets of scores. One for noble, one for Socrates, and one for reflective.
Yes.
We'll have 3.
I think I have done it. What's the interpretation? I think he has no connection. Hello, anybody is ready? The scores? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, for noble I got 43, madam. Socrates I got 30. Reflective I got 38. So what does it indicate?
I think that real indication, sir only will have to come and explain
Yeah,
exactly what he
he has
wants.
to tell us. He has to tell us. Yeah. Some cutoff should be there.
Because on what context he has taken it, no, we won't be able to understand that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And he must also, as you said, he must also explain the concept. What is noble? What is Socratic? What is reflective?
Yeah.
He can guess,
but
but still, I would like to have it from his mouth. Yeah.
Dear.
Found road, I am noble and reflective, and then Socratic. Dr. Farin, madam, why suddenly you changed this Google class, madam? Morning I had a confusion, 5 minutes.
Yeah, the speaker prefers to be in Google Meet.
Oh, that's the thing, is it? Oh, right.
So I have to act accordingly to the preference of the speaker.
Okay, madam. Okay, the 5 minutes I struggled, then I got it.
Yeah.
I was waiting in the Zoom line for a long time.
No, I have sent it.
No, I didn't see that. It's my mistake only. I didn't see it.
Okay, would not have seen that.
Yeah, I took it for granted. I shouldn't have done it.
Okay. Whether the speaker has lost his internet connectivity? Sahyaj, are you there?
Yeah, I think so. It's so. We're all waiting for him. We finished the scoring, so we want interpretation from him.
Yes. Okay. As soon as we finish, we have to log into Zoom again.
Okay,
By
madam.
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
The other sessions will be in Zoom only.
Okay, madam. Thank you. Yours must be a great responsibility, you know, these 5 days. You have to manage the whole thing. To carry about 100 people with you.
The problem is internet connectivity.
Yes, yes, I understand, madam. I understand.
Madam, there's a question.
Yes, sir. Please.
Candidates have put their roll numbers in their tagline. How to
Sir,
get
that
the roll
will be
numbers?
easy for us to locate you people. That's why.
Oh,
Because,
have you
yeah.
allocated the roll
Ma'am,
numbers?
in Google Meet, difficult to rename, ma'am.
First mail they have sent it, no? They sent it promptly, no? With all the 200, 201 numbers were there.
Okay. Okay, I'll see.
That you check, yeah.
Thank you.
List of participants I have sent.
Yeah,
In
correct.
which I
List
have
of
given both the things, registered name as well as I have given the list of roll number. Let me check with
But
the just a
Ma'am,
minute.
but we can't change your rename in that Google Meet now.
Yeah, that's
Zoom
true.
only we
No
can rename.
issues, sir, no issues. I told previously also I will manage. That is a humble request. Otherwise, we will manage it.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you very much. I also got the same doubt.
Okay, sir. Just a minute, sir. Just a minute.
Ma'am, for Google Meet, in the chat box, we need to write our name and roll number, right?
Madam, can you slightly enlarge it, madam?
Sir, attendance will be generated. No issues.
Okay, right. Okay, madam. Thank you.
Yes.
It's there. It's 14. Mine is 14.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm sorry I got disconnected in between. I hope all of you have completed the scoring.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We are waiting for the interpretation, sir.
Yes,
Yes. Okay. So there are basically this scale measures three kinds of interpersonal style. One is noble type, Socratic type, and reflective type. So let me tell you what are these each of these.
Again, disconnect.
Dimension talks about. Okay, there are basically three types. The noble type is very Aristotelian. Socratic is akin to Socrates, and the reflective is reminiscent of Plato. So the premises with regard to the noble communication is the noble is a true believer who expects the personal feelings of the self to play a secondary role in the communication interactions. The noble believes that the primary purpose of communication is the exchange of informations and honest opinions. So before I proceed, so let me know about who has scored high on which dimension. So how many of you are noble type? Can you tell me, please?
Sir, I got 43, sir, in noble.
Even me 43, sir.
No. When I say how many of you are noble type, that means noble is the highest scoring.
Yes.
Sir, I belong to noble, sir. I belong to noble.
38.
Okay. Ram Gopal ji, noble type. Okay.
Yes,
Anybody else? Anybody else?
Even for me also, sir, noble type.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
Anybody else?
I got maximum marks, sir.
Even I got
38
Good.
noble.
Okay.
I'll be very happy when I see the content, sir.
Even I got,
Yes.
sir.
Okay. So there are also a group of people who are also noble type. So the noble believes that the primary purpose of communication is the exchange of information and honest opinion. Okay, now going further, the strength of noble communications are they are very assertive, organized, focused, credible, animation type, and leadership. So these are their strengths. The weakness of noble type are there are true assertiveness, inattentiveness sometimes, and they believe in absoluteness and sometimes intolerance also.
Very true, sir.
Very true. Okay.
Yeah.
So I am happy that the tool is predicting well. Okay. Now coming back to the Socratic type. So Socrative is the individual who is the most concerned with rhetoric and the analysis of details. He or she believes that communication is the primary purpose of verbal interaction. So how many of you have scored high or highest on Socratic type? Is there anybody else with Socratic type? Let us.
Yes, sir. Vishal Pandey.
I said there is not. Each and every styles are good. It's a matter of who prefers what. Only Mr. Bissell, nobody else.
No, sir, me too also.
Good. Kirti madam also. Anybody else?
So me as well.
Sir.
Very good. Very good. So I'm sure there may be mostly more than 20-30 people under this category. Now, the strength of Socratic type of interpersonal communications are they are rhetorical sophistications. They are very persuasive in nature. They analyze a lot. They believe in thoroughness, credibility of the information, and also believe in illustration. At the same time, on the other hand, there are some weaknesses of Socratic type also. Rhetorical rigidity, verbosity. Sometimes they show arrogance, rudeness, and dogmatism also. Dominance is also there. But the last but not least, what we call the reflective type of communication. I am sure that there may be a group of people who are also high on reflective type. Anybody else having high score on reflective type?
Sir, I have it, sir. I got
Good.
41.
Aparna madam, yes. Anybody else?
I got
Sir, myself.
the second highest. First
myself,
noble,
sir,
second
I
is
got
the
it.
reflective.
Okay. No, I want the highest scorer. Pooja madam, yes, Pooja Thake madam also. Okay, good.
Myself, Minu Elizabeth Joseph, roll number 10. Me
Yes.
also in reflective type.
Oh, reflective, right? Very good, very good. So I'm sure that there must be a group of people who are also having this one as preferred style of interpersonal communications. So this style basically talks about that they believe that the primary purpose of communication is the maintenance or the advancement of the personal relationship. So they prioritize building personal relationship through communications. The accurate transmission of information, expression or opinions, and the tangible, what you call clear and definite results play a secondary role in the communication encounter in reflective type. There are also some strengths and weakness of this style. The strengths are they believe in accuracy, patience, supportiveness, openness, conciliation, and empathy. But at the same time, they also suffer from some weaknesses like passiveness, vulnerability, indecisiveness, and non-credibility. So therefore, overall, if you look at each and every style, each style has its own strengths and weaknesses. As you all know that there always exists some individual differences with regard to our intelligence, personality, perception, motivation, interest, emotion, etc. etc. So based on those preferences and interest, we practice a particular kind of interpersonal communication style. So in conclusion, I'd like to say everyone that to become a leader, a gentleman, a successful orator, a good teacher or a good husband or wife, a father or a son, it is believed that one must learn the art and science of effective communications. This will help individuals not only to have good relationship with others, but also lead a very meaningful and successful life. Thank you all for your kind patience and listening.
Thank you, sir.
And wish you a very good day. Any questions? If you would like to ask me, we can take a couple of questions.
So that animation you explained, sir, that quality, what do you mean by animation?
Animation particularly, is referred to the mode of your presentations.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Last test was very interesting. Thank you very much. Really, it was very insightful and very nice.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir. Enjoyed your session. Thank you.
Thanks, Alan.
Sir, which tool have you used for them? Questions?
Sorry?
Hello?
Yeah.
Can I ask
Tool
a
for the
question?
questionnaire you have used?
This, you want the source?
The tool which you have used, the questions which you have put now, from where did I get that? Where you get that?
Sir, if you give us share the questions, we will also be thankful, sir.
Yeah. I'll share with you all these questionnaire along with you. And also all the PPTs. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah, please tell.
Sir, amongst this, now we have Noble, Socrates, and the reflective ones. Which one would be best?
There is nothing like best. So, as I told you that each and every style has its own strength and weaknesses. So, now you have the scoring with you. So, you now try to modify and bring some change that which one you think not good for you.
Okay, sir.
So one question, sir.
Yeah.
The style, the way of speaking, as you said, sir, like, is it applicable both in the professional life as well as in the personal life?
Yes. Very, very, very correct. Like, say, for example, pleasant style of communications. It is desirable both at work as well as home. Okay. Like rudeness in your communication should be avoided both at home as well as workplace.
So my question is.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
So can I ask one question, sir?
Yeah, quickly. Yeah, because we have.
When I speak, like, it seems that my children, they say that, Madam, it seems you are scolding, but I was not like scolding them, but I think the tonal quality also, does it refer to a sort of communication? Maybe my tone is like that they think that I'm scolding at them or shouting at them.
That's very true, because that's why the pitch of voice is very important to be taken care at the time of communications. So there are people, not only you, even I speak always in a high pitch of voice in the class, just to maintain that that whatever I am saying is clearly audible to 100 students or 200 students. But in the process, we become a very vocal person. So many times, some students don't like you to, or like you said, they feel that you are actually scolding them, but you are not.
Yeah. Even my son says, Ma'am, you're scolding. He's scolding me.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Take
sir.
clue from here, because we all know that feedback is very essential for our growth and development. So even if children are giving us feedback, we should take it as a compliment and use it for change and development in our behavior. Thank you very much for listening to me.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I hope
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. It was
Thank
very
you so
nice.
much.
Thank you, sir.